Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Check pass. 48, Mike, 48.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Not only a fumble lost there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defense.
Reaching up for it, and he's got it. DK Metcalf. High in the air to bring it in. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 20 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gus Edwards. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
To bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And Saquon going to have a Giants first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
It's his 9th rushing touchdown on the year and 11th overall.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New York set to take the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Harrison. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. They're going to look to throw. That pass complete to Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big tight end here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Barkley will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Back to you. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo.
2nd and 4. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Groupie able to add the PAT, and it makes the score 21-10. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. To return, it's Cam Sutton. This taken in right around the goal line, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chase Claypool, 32 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's up to 8. Now. Down here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The pass caught by Olave. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's Olave bringing in another one. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that's just enough to get it done.
And they'll let that one go as it skips from the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it, 3 seconds to go before intermission. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. 3 touchdown passes there for Desmond Ridder. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown reception.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Back to throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's the give to McIntosh. And he's got it down to the 28.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, here's McIntosh.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They'll run with McIntosh. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get there.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 30. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster from 6 yards away. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Breaks through the contact, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Look at the spin. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. This is McIntosh. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. McIntosh. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntosh. And he sidestepped 1 man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. McIntosh. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Reggie Gilliam. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Second down and 6 now. Back to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down and 6 now from the 42. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal.
47 to Mike, boys, 47. Check, 47. It's a party now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Let's go.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. 2nd down and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you if you didn't jinx it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back